Hello and welcome to New Filmmakers Los Angeles in partnership with Movie Maker magazine. My name is Danny DeLillo. We're here at the South Park Center. I'm delighted to be joining Natalia, who's come all the way from Mexico City to be with us. Thank you for being here with her fantastic movie, Pasadino. Let's take a look at the clip.
Pasariño.
¿Crees que lo vayamos a lograr?
Welcome to the New Filmmakers LA family. Thank you for coming all the way to be with us, but thank you so much for bringing your wonderful film.
No, thank you for the invitation.
For those that haven't seen it, tell us a little bit about your film.
So my film tells the story of a 13-year-old who wants to get the autograph of a famous football player. And she has this plan with her best friend, but at the middle of the match, she has her first period. So the story becomes like a different type of adventure of her like trying to realize what is happening to her body. And she asks for help to her mother, but her mother is getting drunk in the game. So I'm not going to do any spoilers, but at the end it turns out to be like a mother-daughter story.
It's a brilliant relationship between a mother and a daughter and the journey. And it's your film, as I said last night, it's wonderfully, chaotically brilliant to watch. Really fantastic idea, and about something that's obviously going on so personal, and this young girl's experience of body and her relationship with her mom, but just also really fun and has so much to watch in the film. It's great. Where did this idea unravel, and how did you think so big? Because this was not an easy film to make.
No. So the idea came when I was working on my graduation script from Centro de Capacitación Cinematográfica, which is my school. And I wanted to explore mother-daughter relationships because it's something very dear to me. And this is based on a story that happened to me at a football stadium when I was 13 years old.
Wow.
So it was like a very funny anecdote, but when I revisited it, it was like, okay, so my mother that was kind of, she had like ADHD and she was having like her adult problems. And as a teenager, I couldn't understand like her inner world and she couldn't understand mine. So we were like really separated, and yeah, I wanted like to explore how sometimes you just don't understand your parents and your parents don't understand you, but like in the end for me the core is the love that and the connection around it. So that was the core, and then I realized that because the real anecdote happened in a football stadium, I had to shoot at a football stadium, so it became like
I can't believe
a complicated complicated thing, but also it was a fun adventure. I don't know, like it was, I don't know, like very fun to have like this challenge and to find a way to shoot it and to like get around this weird.
Well, it's amazing, right? First and foremost, I was watching the film and I was like, hang on a minute, this looks like a really busy stadium. Hang on a minute, this is not CGI. Hang on a minute, this is a short film, independent film. How on earth did Natalia do this? Tell us a little bit about how this came about, because this, I'm in admiration that you did this film. But tell us how that all came about and finding the location.
Yeah, so the first thing was that all my teachers were telling me like, you cannot do this. You cannot shoot at a football stadium. And you went no. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna try it. Yeah. So the most difficult thing was to get the permission, the permit of the stadium. But when we did like a very big location scouting in Mexico City, and then we expanded like to different states because in the city it was complicated or like there were not many matches, and like our first approach was, the easiest way is to shoot at a real stadium with a real match going on and just like book some tickets at the edge of the stadium and shoot our story. So when we finally got a permit from Querétaro, which is another state, they were like super nice to us and like super happy to help like a student small budget film. So they lent us the stadium for free, and they were like so nice. I'm so thankful to them. And then like the second part was to work so hard, like on the shooting, on the planning of everything, on rehearsals, because the protagonists were 11 and 13 years old.
Yeah.
So it was important that because we only had like 2 matches of 90 minutes, like we couldn't blow it. It was like we have to know what we're doing.
Believe it. Wow.
And we also had like different options to solve stuff if something happened, because it was like uncontrollable sound-wise, and like the atmosphere was crazy. But I also think that it was a nice experiment, because the atmosphere was like so exciting that I think all the member crews, that we were like a very small crew. I was the driver, the makeup artist, like the person stopping like the people on the stadium. But I think we were all like very excited to be part of a crazy adventure. Like we were shooting in a real stadium and people were shouting and chanting. But I think that energy got into the film. Like
yes, it did.
It got there. So yeah, I get many people that ask me like, did you feel with extras the stadium, or was it CGI, or how much money did this cost? But at the end, I was glad that the approach was like the most simple approach and the most free approach. We did everything handheld, like we didn't put lighting, we didn't intervene like with production design or anything. Like the characters were dressed and rehearsed, and we were like, okay, now we're going to shoot.
Wow.
So it was very fun.
I could almost watch the movie you making the film in the stadium. I think that's a fun
we
movie.
should have done like if we had more crew, we should have done like a making of.
Yeah. You had great, by the way, you had your actors, let's just say, because obviously working with some youngsters, they were so good. How did you go about bringing your cast together?
Yeah, so we did an open casting, and we had like some idea of the profiles of the characters, but we weren't like very strict about like the ages. Like she could have been 13, 14, 15. And at the end, Camila, which is the protagonist, she had already done like several short films from my film school. So she was kind of experienced, and that was good because she knew like her way along the set, and that was important because we had like, okay, we have 90 minutes and you kind of have to know to get to your marks and stuff. And Isabella was her first short film ever.
Really?
And she did great. She was amazing. Like I was in awe. I really admired them both. She's because brilliant. They got to their marks. They knew all her lines, and they were like giving everything out there. So that was really nice. And then Naomi, which is the mother, she's from Tijuana, which is the north of Mexico. And she's a comedy actor. And
she's great.
I think she's great. I think comedy actors always have like a secret...
Yeah, the secret sauce.
Secret tricks.
Yeah, she's very funny.
And she's very funny. And yeah, like she did a very good match with Camila. Yes. They looked alike a lot. So I like that.
Yeah.
And then we did like lots of... rehearsals to build like a relationship between them, like not so much the scenes, but like relationship.
Yeah, the relationship between them. Yeah, we felt it. Yeah.
And yeah, I was really happy and really I felt really excited when I saw the scenes because everything was so chaotic going around, but they were like so concentrated and like so good at their jobs that it was.
Makes it easy for you then, doesn't it, as well? And everyone had to be on for your film because like, you had such limited windows and time to make it. Looking back on this project, like what have you learned from making this film?
Oh, that you asked that question.
Is there any?
Like the list is so long that I cannot even grip like specific stuff because it was like. Because the challenge was so big, also like the learning was so big, and I see a lot of mistakes there, but I also I don't know, like I feel very moved when I see it because it's like it was so much effort because we didn't have budget. It was like so much time and so much work, like in all the aspects, also like in post-production. But for me, one of the main things was like to really appreciate and work with the same collaborators because I think like films are made collectively.
Yeah, absolutely.
And in this case, it was like it really struck me that everyone was like so involved and so concentrated. And my producer, who is called Daniela Mosca, she's from Uruguay. We met in film school, and this is our first work, and now we're developing the feature film. And yeah, I think like this small crew approach, like taking the independent filmmaking like really seriously, and like shooting in a very small scheme. I think that was like a very big lesson. Like you don't need that many people or that much money. Like you need lots of effort and lots of time and rehearsing and thinking. But I also like, that's the part of the process that I enjoy the most. So I think that I learned the way that I want to make my next films, which is like, yeah, I think I said it yesterday, but like this Sean Baker, I don't know, like Truffaut-inspired model that is like natural lighting, handheld camera, good actors, rehearsal, and like I think that's it for me right now. Like the core of the scenes being the actors and the script, and yeah, like playing also like in editing and post-production with all the other elements, because I also took so long editing the film because of the comedy timing was so hard to find that it took me like, I don't know, like 2 years only to edit, because it was hard. Well, also I was working in parallel and doing lots of other stuff, but like finding the timing in the editing was, I suffered so much. I was like, okay, no, this is so wrong, and it took me like a lot of learning and a lot of relearning and going back to my film school sketches and like reading again Walter Murch and like trying to figure out like how to edit again and again, that it was like, I think I learned a lot about editing. And
well, you've done a great job. You've done a really great job.
Thank
you. You made a challenging film, but I think you've obviously learned so much, but you're obviously great under pressure, you know, and able to manage the set. And I think that's testament to you as a filmmaker, you know, for sure. Where are you taking us next? Which is the next stadium you're shooting in? Like, where are we going?
Yeah, so this I'm very grateful that this film did like a very nice festival run. So this is like the end for me of the film. It premiered in Tribeca last year, and it's been like all over, and I've been really happy. It's been in Japan, in Serbia, in Mexico, in Portugal, in LA. It's been a couple of times. So I'm really grateful, but I'm also like in a closure moment of, okay, it was nice, the stadium adventure. And I've been developing my feature film and writing and working with Daniela, which is the producer. So right now we're applying to funds and to grants, and I'm actually in a residency called Munich Film Up.
Oh yeah.
Which is like amazing. So I'm right now like rewriting the treatment and trying to to learn how this new adventure is going to happen.
Amazing. And
it's also a story about a girl, a 12-year-old girl who loses her dog in Mexico City and has to look for her dog in the city.
And that's a challenge.
That's another, I always do this. It's like I start like with a simple idea, and then I'm like, oh, okay, now I have a dog, a girl, like 100 locations. But I also think filmmaking is about the adventure and like about enjoying getting yourself into weird situations and meeting new people and meeting new places. So I'm really excited to.
I love it.
I'm really looking forward to how I'm going to. I don't know how I'm going to do it.
You'll do it. You're going to do it, and it's going to be a brilliant film. And,
Thank you.
No, well done. Well done, though. Honestly, this time document it, because I think your process of this, all the locations and where you got to go is going to be fun to make it as well. But no, well done. But really, thank you for bringing your film to us here. We're so delighted that we're the closing of your festival run and pass it through into the universe. But no, thank you very much, and we're looking forward to seeing the feature.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you very much, Natalia.